I apologize for the late start. We're having just a little bit of technical difficulties, but the racers are off. Starting out with, right away, a reroll from Rumblefish. Looking like he really wants that white magic and black magic. Looking like, it didn't look like anything interesting in the black magic, but the white magic has exit in the second slot. That's probably why the and harm 3 in the third slot, so that's pretty interesting to me as a person who doesn't really run the game. I'm still learning the game, so if my commentary is boring, I apologize.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you all hear me?
Oh, there we go. There's the other person in the booth, Mages.
Sorry, y'all.
Glad to have you.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay, so right away we had a reroll from Rumblefish, going from 2 red mages to a black mage and a white mage. Looked like that exit spell was really attractive.
Knowing Rumblefish, it's something that he has considered doing and he will do if the magic is very good. I've raced him before a while back in FF1R. I have not, though, but I can say between the two of them, this is going to be a good one.
Alright, looking forward to seeing it and learning from it. So, everybody going to Temple of Fiends, very standard. Well, I certainly hope so as you've gone quiet again.
Sorry, just trying to make sure you guys can hear me on the other end on that one. Yeah, Speed Gaming and Randomizer being booked solid tonight. But anyway, our runners are now trying to take care of Garland like usual. We'll be seeing some crazy shenanigans on that one. Both of them opting to take thieves on that one. And I guess because of the magic, that one, the Garland really being harsh on them tonight. Rolling some actual pretty good, I'd say, Vader Absorb because, but also a lot of HP too.
This is one of the more durable Garlands I've seen since hopping in the community here. I don't normally see a Garland last more than a few rounds. This is like a pretty dang tanky one, and oh, looks like a reset out of lifereboot.
I mean, a Garland this bad, I can only imagine what the rest of the scene is going to be like.
So, if you were in this race, would you, hop out and do some grinding before going back to Garland? Because that looks like a very, very wicked foretelling of things to come, especially chaos later on down the road if you know the story of Final Fantasy.
Let's see, I personally would just keep at it because of how long it would be to walk back.
Looks like Rumblefish beat his Garland and is going to get the slab and the crystal out of the king and princess.
Guess I'm running a bit behind on my end. Give me a second.
That's some annoying stuff to get, as far as I know. The slab you can't really do anything with very quickly, but the crystal, I believe, will at least maybe point to Matoya, or just, as usual, going to see the good pirate Captain Vicky.
You'll probably see around either... Well, actually, wait, they have the ship. Yeah, they're going to go to Matoya first, most likely. With this one. Sunny, I know, this is one of your first times tracking, but let's see what we got. Ooh! Fetch quests? If you wanted fetch quests, we got fetch quests.
Alright, so the king gives us, or the princess gives us the crystal, which leads us to Matoya, who gives us the adamant. I wonder if we'll be seeing some lazy dwarves later.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's the type of night, where it'd be, interesting on that one. And also, I just noticed heal pots and tents rolling very low as far as the cost, so I haven't really counted the encounter yet on that one. Technical difficulties and all. But, let's see. We'll see a Binky check real soon. And, okay, Binky, waiting, fire 2, getting hit. Let's see, there's all that. Keep hits, more hits. Really bad initiative on Rumble's side. Fire 2, getting rid of most of these pirates here. Unless they rolled horrible as well, but we try not to let that happen. So let's see, what does Binky give us today? Also,
Binky gives us the TNT, so no lazy dwarves, but I imagine we're going to go see those dwarves pretty quick.
Yep, let's see, for Black Magic we got Fire 2, Fire 3, Quake, Quad X, and Dark. I'm pretty sure we'll see at least Fire 3, Quake, and Quad X picked up. Most likely. Or just them. Ooh, Heal 2 and Invis... Oh! That's huge! Invis 2 early? Oh, that is huge!
I get the feeling the only way that could be any better is if Fade was in there too.
It depends. Getting Fade early is good, but the problem is that then, when it's in a level with a lot of other good spells, you tend to then start having to manage your magic. I mean, could you imagine Cure 4 or Heal 3, Life 2, and Fade all at the single spell? All at the spell level? I mean, do you heal?
With only one white mage and no red mages, that does sound like a nightmare to me.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it comes down to, do you let your characters die and use Life 2 to heal? Do you need that?
Oh, that Vorpal, though!
As Wilcleo...
And a floater! Alright!
The game changer's been found! Now all we need is the canoe, and, we can go canalless.
That would be the first time I've seen canalless. I've seen a couple of floaterless, but not a canalless. That would be very interesting to watch, and it could be a blessing if Canal happens to be hiding in marsh like it usually tends to be.
I have, but wait. Wait. Oh god. Life's gonna have to sail back to the dwarves. They did not have their TNT yet.
He didn't beat Bicky. Oh no.
Yeah. It is an option on that one. I mean, you did have... I mean, they did have the adamant, which is worth the check, but in this case, this is going to benefit Rumblefish a lot, because he will not have to loop back around, and if the canoe is here, then he's gonna have at least maybe a 1 minute lead, maybe 2. I don't think anything more than 3, but still. Let's see what Narek gives us today. The tail. So nothing major, so it's looking like they will have to dive marsh.
So, seeing that early tail, would you route in a trip to the Charizard Islands? I don't hear what anybody else calls them. That's my name for him.
Hey, I always call him the Charizardia, but either way. Sorry on that one, give me a minute. Sorry, it's hard to hear you when, you refresh the stream and literally your ears are blasted with, music.
Oh yes, I know exactly how that goes. But we see Life Reboot getting his TNT, realizing he's gonna have to make a second trip back to the dwarves, and possibly a third trip if there's anything in that locked vault of theirs.
Yes, most likely on that one. I mean, it looks like from where Rumble is, hold on, I gotta see exactly where, but I'm assuming Elfland? Hasn't gotten back yet on that one. But Life now getting their TNT, so they'll probably sail to the dwarves on that one. I do have to say, I haven't seen if either of our runners have power cycled yet to see if they are going to try to overwhelm the counter manipulate, but we're getting close to level 3, so let's see what level 3 and 4 magic has tonight. And Rumble opting to start with level 4. Actually, that seems better item. Just some cabinets and salts. Any good armor? Pro rings for 22k.
Hey, those pro rings are nothing to sneeze at. They're a little on the expensive side, but they are very nice to see in a shop.
Agreed. Warp at level 3 is probably gonna be... I'm not even picking up warp. Unless conserving cash on that one, but...
He does only have 2,000 gold, so he's probably really weighing his options on that.
Very true, although Fog 2 getting picked up, which is... It's not as good as Invis 2, but it is one of those spells that is very underrated.
I do tend to see a lot of spells that just never get touched, and Fog 2 just don't ever seem to be on anybody's radar most of the time.
I mean, it is useful, it's just, you know, some of those spells, you know, it's just one of those spells that's just like, it's not as good, and I forget exactly what it does on that one. Ruse, I know, is, if I recall correctly, it's what? One of them is Absorb, and I forget what the other one is on that one. Chat, help me out here. It looks like Rumble will be the first into Marsh. Oh, hey. I think we missed that. Cure 3 is at, level 4. As is Bane and Brack.
Looks like level 4 magic is where the real power is today.
I mean, this is going to mean both Nuke and Fade. They're not off the table, but they are going to be a little harder to come by. Pure... Let's see... Not enough, nothing too crazy yet as far as the actual seed goes for the mobs. Ooh, Heal Helmet though, that is actually a valuable pickup. For those that don't know, the Heal Helmet casts, if I recall correctly, it's Heal 2 on the entire party, which is a very good, you know, casting item. Ooh, Ghouls with Invis 2. That's gonna be interesting.
And that fighter got squinted at and now is kissing the dirt.
And we haven't seen Life or Life 2 yet, so this might be a little hard on our runners. Although we will see either the canal or the canoe here, or maybe even the Mystic
Oh, wait a minute, did I just see a ghoul casting Heal 2, or was that the party casting Heal 2?
I did not see that either, but yeah. And I think Rumble exited out on that one, though didn't save.
I'll be honest with you, if I saw ghouls throwing around that kind of magic, I would probably run away too.
Looks like he only opted to just reset out entirely, but still rewarded with that Ice Sword. Although I am still surprised overall that I haven't seen more runners try the Black Belt strats, considering that you have a lot of, you know, you have to go to Sky for an actual item, and Sky's got a lot of decent encounters. And according to chat, the ghouls were the ones casting Heal 2. Yeah, that is ironic.
That is absolutely terrifying and not an encounter I would want to run against without... There's a canoe! I wouldn't want to run against that encounter without, like, nuke.
And Sunny, you just now saw a seed without the canal.
First time for everything.
Who needs the canal when you can just be in the air in... Wow. Even faster than the other seed on Speed Gaming 3! I saw him basically while we were trying to get all these technical difficulties worked out. In the air, sub 25 minutes. We're gonna be in the air in under sub 20. And yep, chat's calling it Jet Seed. Now, Rumble, although he has has only got one win under his belt, I know he is an insanely good runner. I have faced him before personally in, a couple tournaments back, and heck, earlier this year I faced him in, in Free Enterprise. He kicked my ass both times. And Life just picked up their canoe, and Rumble's in the air around 16 minutes. So let's see what Zardy has got for us today. Oh, and the Muck's had Glance. Oh, an Oxyale. That's useful.
Hello, light warriors. Here, take this Oxyale.
Makes you wonder whether or not, what he was using it for.
It's a very good vintage.
I mean, it makes you wonder, did they steal his oxygen?
Wait a minute, how old is Sarda?
We have no clue. But there's the crown, too. Let's see, we still haven't found our Venator item yet, so Rumble is still going to keep looking for that one. Anything good in the armor shop? Silver armor is decent. Chainmail. From what I've heard, it's got some decent stuff.
Hey,
Ooh,
there's
life
at level 5, along with Wall, Temper, and Lock 2.
Temper and Lock 2 will be good. I don't know if they're learnable yet or not. Sorry, chat. I don't have the entire which slot is which on that one, but either way,
yeah,
some very good
Temper and slot 2, Lock 2, and slot 3. I kind of missed the White Magic.
White Magic had at least Wall and Life. And there's the cube from our friendly King Astos. And if I recall correctly, Crescent is level 6 magic, Melmont is 5, but we still don't have the actual key, so we can't check those key locked chests yet. And Life picking up their floater at around 18 minutes. This is really a good jet seed. Rumble...
Yeah, this is the fastest I've ever seen an airship. Now, granted, I haven't been watching for very long, but still, 18 minutes for a airship, that's lightning.
I mean, I have seen faster, but that required literally having the canoe and the floater being the very first two items. Another ice sword pickup, 600 James gold, wooden mallet, wooden stick, Life immediately going and promoting. I'm pretty sure Rumble will be doing that in a minute as well.
It doesn't look like the Charizard crew is hiding anything super amazing in that particular cave. Let's see what's in this other one.
Let's see... Another house? Another house? Please, another... Ooh, an Excalibur! That's huge!
Since they get to promote right away, they're gonna have a knight that can use that. I mean... that knight's gonna be god on legs.
Oh, not just that. A knight with that, and the ninja with Vorpal. Yeah, I think they just need armor. And a high five from our runners.
Now, I have a hobby of, like, tailoring seeds. I don't think I could tailor a faster seed than this.
I mean, this is going to be crazy. I hope Topher's not going to be bad.
Oh, wait a minute. Did
Rumble.
Rumble didn't promote, did he?
No, he didn't. I mean, I thought he did. Did he forget that he's got the tail?
He might have forgotten, or he just thought he promoted and didn't. I guess that's why lifereboot went in first, so he didn't forget about it.
I mean, it's one of those things you almost note entirely. You know, it's like you see the tail every time you're in the inventory. I mean, yes, it's a little harder to remember on that one, but yeah. Unless Rumble is hoping to get different levels on that one, depending on what the character's role, but still.
Oh, another young group of miscreants here to steal my air!
And to answer the question in chat, yes, you do have to promote to use X-Cow. The only high-end sword that isn't blocked by promotion is Masa. Or Masa.
So Rumble can't use that X-Cal, can't use the Vorpal Sword, and suddenly, in terms of combat, lifereboot gets a massive lead.
Not just that, but did Rumble pick up Warp?
Oh, I don't think he did. I saw he has Exit, so maybe he's not too worried about Warp, but he can't do the Warp trick here in Ice.
But we'll be checking these spike tiles. Ooh! Wiz Vamps and Vampires. A very good tile, as it's one of the packs from the Mirage Tower, so it is worth it as a grind if they roll low. Although Warp...
It looks like these vampires might be a little more durable than Rumblefish really wants to deal with right now.
And answer the question in chat. Even with Exit, Warp is still worth having. Namely, as it does help with a lot of with a lot of dungeon movement, because you can warp back to the floors before that one if you're going to check an out-of-the-way location. Because you can immediately get back to the entrance to that floor and then, keep going from there. Really is very useful in dungeons.
Just the other day, we had someone who decided to skip the incentive chest in Sky, but then realized, oh crap, I know exactly what's in that chest, and used Warp to go back and get it.
I know that one. You were tracking because I was on comm for that one, and it was the Power Bonk. But that's a ribbon, folks. Jet Seed called it. Sonny, you're rolling seeds from now on.
Oh, I didn't roll this seed. That was Caleb.
Even so, and you're quite welcome for the person that needed help in chat. We're always willing to help out and explain things where we can. But Life opting to see Dr. and get that slab, and well, there's the
that
canal.
We don't need.
So canal not being one of our loose items, although it was in the pool loose, it's not counted as one of the other things due to this flag set. But Life going to see the going to La Fenice to see the elves, which makes you wonder. You have Lefenin, which is the home for the elves. You have Gaia, which is supposedly, descended and related to the elves, and then you have Elfland. It's like I'm surprised that they didn't have to learn the Fenice earlier. And yes.
Speaking of that, we have a Thor hammer out of there.
And to answer the other question in chat. Ice is optional, although it has an incentivized item in the vanilla floater location, which is that one chest that's surrounded by all those holes that you will have to get to from the other way without warp.
And Rumblefish takes a wipe. That did not look like it went well, especially after that vampire pack.
And let's see what's in the actual, ooh, the herb is our vendor item in the actual caravan.
Didn't look like lifereboot was too keen on buying it, though.
I mean, Ice still has an actual item which we do not know what's going to be in there that is incentivized, and we still have a lot more items towards Go mode. But I clearly have to say, Life right now, with the spells available to him, although he got into the air later than Rumble, is actually ahead. At least as far as checks go.
Life is having a lot better time with combat too, because he promoted, he's not fighting these unholy wraiths and images that are apparently doing terrible things to Rumblefish.
I just hope Rumble learns from this one. And those images had blaze. I guess you could say that Rumble went out with a blaze of glory. Although the nicest thing is that Thor Hammer can be equipped by his white mage, though I am surprised Life has not equipped that Vorpal on his thief.
Today seems to be a day of forgetting how to do everything regarding your party. Rumblefish forgot to promote, Lifeboot's not equipping his party properly. Yeah, level 8 class change, that does seem a little faster than what you normally expect out of this kind of thing. It looks like Lifeboot might be taking a wipe here from these imps and grimps? Is that what people call them?
Sorry, I was answering a question in chat about whether or not there is a randomizer for the GBA version of this. I believe there is.
There's a randomizer for Final Fantasy 7, I wouldn't be surprised. And there's a key from the robot. Apparently this is a wind-up robot today.
Let's put it this way. There's a randomizer for Final Fantasy Tactics. There's a randomizer for a lot of games. I highly recommend, if you're a fan of randomizers, checking, just Googling the big list of video game randomizers. Legitimately, that is updated a lot with a lot of the information about some of the latest things. And I know a lot of the communities are, great with providing information on that one. For those that do have them, so that's something I always highly recommend.
Since we were talking about Lifereboot's life choices with equipment, he was just in his equipment. I didn't happen to see the Vorpal sword. Did he forget to pick it up, or did he reset, or God forbid throw it away?
It's on his white mage.
Oh, that's a weird place for a Vorpal sword.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Do you know if they're on Team Vorpal or Team Trash when it comes to the Vorpal?
See, unfortunately for me, I have this completionist mindset, so if I get a one-of-a-kind thing, I never throw it away. I don't care how useless it is.
I mean, I have seen runners sell it before. I literally can tell you this much. I have seen runners agonize on it. I have literally seen a lot of things happen in this game. You do what you need to do to make, to actually get what you need in the game. Ouch, those mummies are doing a lot.
Yeah, things not going well for Lifereboot. If I were him, I would probably go get my party resurrected.
And to answer the question in chat, morning, it's more of a Rumble got into the air first, but forgot to promote when he checked the Charizardia Islands. Life, although getting into the air about 2 minutes behind him, has been able to check a lot of the different areas and has been, got a lot more spells on that one. So I'd say at present, Life is ahead of Rumble, but Rumble knows where the key is. Oh wait, no. Life knows where the key is. Rumble is still trying to get through the waterfall.
Rumble's been beating his head on ice for several minutes now. It doesn't look like he's making a whole lot of headway there, though.
Rumble probably does feel a bit behind after legitimately changing his party after he saw what was at the level 1 spells. And
Life Reboot picking up that herb, but he didn't forget about it. I certainly did.
It's one of those things, it's like with everything going on, you try to remember what you can, but the herb will allow Life to waken the sleeping prince. I guess he just wanted some of that dank herb. And Rumble finally remembering to promote.
Alright, with that promotion he should have a heck of a lot of a better time in ice. Won't be quite so frozen in place trying to get past those ghosty goos.
Not just that, but he'll be able to equip the Vorpal, the X-Cow. He'll have a lot, and let's see what the Prince gives us today. Ooh, the Chime!
If I'm not mistaken, that opens up Sky completely.
Yes, that does. Basically allows them for the ascendant location, and with that key, Life will probably start checking the items here. Hey, black shirt, some money, and a washcloth, because that's basically all you'll be wanting to do with that. The black shirt is one of the best pieces of equipment for our black mage, and it's one of the castable items. I think its spell is Ice 2, but don't quote me on it.
I was just flipping through the wiki a few hours ago. I'm pretty sure it is Ice 2, but that's still better than Sharp Stick in the Eye or wasting nukes on things that don't need to be nuked.
Well, very true. And if Rumble can get through the volcano, he'll soon have his actual key. Brocape in the armory. Ooh, and the Opal Shield too. That is going to be very good. Sun Sword, 273 gold, and the Flame Armor. Yeah, their knight's got a lot of good stuff right now.
That is a very happy knight. That Opal Shield, if my research is correct, actually gives resistance to lightning, so I can see that being useful or not. It is random, so everywhere that it would be useful for lightning isn't. And Rumblefish picking up his wind-up key for the robot. That's going to open up a whole lot of things for him. Here's Life Reboot making his third trip to the dwarves.
He really loves to see them. But at least he'll be able to get through the entire dwarven armory. So let's see. Heal potion, house, a lot of money, barely adding money, a lot more money, the Opal Gauntlets, Flame Sword, and some more money. The Opal Gauntlet is pretty good on that one.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad treasury. The 8 cents was kind of crap, but what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, and Rumble turning in his lab to Dr. Learn a language in under 10 seconds is a thing. Ooh, fast at level 5 black magic. And for level 5 white magic, we have Arm 4, Cure 4, Pure and Fog. Oh, you definitely pick up that Cure 4.
Yeah, if I'm learning white magic, this is where I want to be.
Oh, by the way, Sonny?
Yes.
Life's actual knight is stacked. He just found the dragon armor.
You know, I've seen that white mage gets in the dirt. I've seen the thief tank in the ground plenty. I don't think that knight is going to be looking down anytime soon.
X-Cow, Vorpal, the, Dragon Armor? Yeah, I mean, his knight is basically got endgame kits. All he needs is a ribbon, and as soon as he checks ice, he should be able to find one.
I'm pretty sure Life already has a ribbon, doesn't he? I mean,
I don't
thought he found
think
one
so.
in Waterfall.
I think that was Rumble in Ice, but I could be wrong there.
If he pops open his armor screen, we'll find out for sure. But either way, this knight's going to carry Life through basically the next half hour at least.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Rumble getting attacked by a pack of frost wolves, managing to get through that. Although Rumble's levels are still low, looks like Life is going to stop by our favorite peninsula in the entire game, the Peninsula of Power, or also known as Pop. I guess he really wants some soda. But the nice thing about the Peninsula of Power is because of the way the game's overworld, encounter zones are. The encounter zone for the Venice area, hangs out at the very tip of this peninsula, so you can actually get encounters that are of higher enemies, early in the game.
Question from chat: did Rumble get to keep that ribbon, or did he wipe out? I think he wiped. I mean, he certainly wiped enough times in Ice so far, because he forgot to promote. He didn't have the equipment that Life has. I mean, he does now, but I'm pretty sure Rumble has wiped a few too many times to have kept that ribbon.
Very true. Very, very true. I would hate to see a runner of Rumble's caliber, having something, like that happen, but I hate to use this and sound a little cheesy, but live and learn. Although I think Life's not going to be hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
It looks like these things in Ice are just going to be absolutely deadly today.
Oh.
Rumble's knight is already down, the rest of his party is not looking too happy.
And was that Cure 4 I saw on a Grimp?
If it was, it explains so much.
And it looks like Life is opting to wield the X-Cow on his Knight and Purple on his Ninja, which is something useful. The Giants have regular Cure. Seems like the enemies do want to keep themselves alive today.
Alright, for as fast as they got into the air, I want to call this a, I want to call this a jet seat, but the enemies seem to be having other ideas.
I mean, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. There's the old joke about imps having nuke, which I haven't seen the imps having nuke, but I have seen the imps having like Fire 3 and Ice 3 and Death Touch.
Oh, that's fun. Looks like Rumble might be taking another loss. Oh, he resets out just as bad. Ice Cave not looking like the best place for Rumble to be right now.
Nope, but opting to check the Volcano Armory betting. Also, remember, there is an actual flag called Unsafe Pirates. They had to add that because originally there was no actual check on the pirates not rolling that nuke script. But Rumble not opting to check the armory. But let's see, Life opting to head back to Corneria. Let's see, probably going to pick up some more, yep, picking more heal pots up.
11 gold for a heal pot. That seems pretty well on the cheap side. I don't know what the lowest roll for a heal pot actually is, but I mean, that's pretty good.
Yes, that is. And to answer any questions in chat, the reason why you see the runners walking on those actual lava tiles is because as long as you're walking on them, you do not get encounters. So the longer we walk on there, the less encounters. It just makes more sense, even though for every step you are losing HP. A giant axe, not what we want to see, but it's sellable at least. Now that's huge! So, Sunny, what do you think?
What?
All
see,
four
I don't know about. I don't know about this one. Like, this definitely looks like a seed that I would make. This isn't something I would roll. I would just go in and manually place these items. And that scares me.
And the sea snakes having both expert and frost, I think. But ooh, it looks like Life has found a great actual encounter tile to farm. There's Gurmadeuces.
Yeah, from what I hear, those Gurmadeuces are pretty good grind fodder, and it's not like they come in small packs.
They appear in Topher, so that should tell you one thing. And it looks like they didn't roll that much HP, so it looks like Life is going to probably be farming, you know, some actual levels off of them.
See, where I come from, we call these loot pinatas.
And opting to exit out, heal up with the house, and go fight some more. And Rumble going to try for that ice again.
Do we think that Rumble's going to be doing anything else in ice aside from dying anymore? Because I don't think that he's gotten a whole lot more strength besides that masa.
Probably not. I mean, he forgot the volcano armory, but that's, you know, something that really doesn't matter if you've got the levels, but considering Life has about 8 levels on him, Rumble, just survive. Just survive. That's all I can say. There's that ribbon.
If he's any kind of, if he's got any kind of pattern recognition, he will book it out of there and save.
He finally did get warped, so he will probably be using the warp trick. And the rod is our incentivized item there. Oh god. Sunny? We're in no mode.
And that is when the runner knows exactly where everything is meant to be, right?
Yes, but in this case, we as commentary are in no mode. Rumble does not know where the, god, where is it? The Oxiel is. Wait.
Rumble does not know where the chime is.
Oh, yes. Right on that one.
Now, wait, is the loot required?
Oh, yes, you are right. I almost completely forgot about the loot. Because at present we don't have NPC Guillotine on, and they are still working on getting that one out of the table. Well, to make sure you can't actually just talk to the slab, or talk to the rod block and the loot block to just choppy, it's no longer there. But Rumble opting to check Earth, as is Life, but Life is also taking the time to grind.
At this point, knowing what we do about Ice Cave, even though he doesn't know, I don't blame him in the slightest for grinding. We really want to see some higher levels before walking into that place again.
Very, very true. And it looks like, Ninja is down. Oh wait, is that? Yes, it is. Ah!
Sorry, I just noticed that I accidentally removed Rumble's Oxale. That was a misclick on my part.
It happens. It happens. Life going to grind up a bit more on that night. With what this seed has given us. Oh, there's the Zeus Gauntlet. So there's another cast of Light 2. I'm gonna say the obligatory, what is this seed? What is this seed?
As soon as I figure that out, I will let you know, because this seed gave them all the speed in the world, and then gave them all the speed bumps.
Very, very true. Although, since the sky is incentivized, and if the actual loot is there, then once Life checks... God, where was the chime again? Oh wait, never mind. He's already got the chime, so Life will be in go mode once he finds the loot.
The chime, I think, was at the Elf King, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it was.
Sorry, my notes are a little bit behind. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it was. I've got everything else down, so it had to have come from there.
Yes, and with that, we do know that with a lot of the incentivized locations checked, that the loot has a very good chance of either being loose, or if it's in one of the incentive locations, it will either be in Ordeals, or it will be in Sky.
Actually, while I'm on the topic of keeping things up to date, help me out a little bit here, chat. The canal was somewhere in ice, right?
Yes, Yes, it was in ice.
That probably means Rumble no longer has it.
Nope, most likely.
Well, if we end up at that particular piece of land and we see a canal there, I will put that back, but for now I'm going to assume he doesn't have it and doesn't need it.
Nope, it's just experience, I think. So, I guess I will, while Rumble is exploring the deeper parts of Earth and Life is grinding, I will say, please remember to follow our runners, lifereboot and Rumblefish82. They're putting on a great show for you all tonight, and hopefully you're all enjoying this evening. I mean, we've got what, like 6 or 7 races going on. We have how many are at 9?
I believe there's 5 or 6 races happening simultaneously at 9. One of which I'll be tracking for, so that'll be fun, going straight from this to that. Looks like Rumble's contenting himself to go with a two-man party for right at the moment. Just that White Mage and Knight ripping through Earth.
By the way, would you mind putting the command in chat for the runners?
I would be more than happy to. What command is that again? Just exclamation runners?
Oh yes, I think it is. Thanks. Being having a brain fart and trying to put, you know, slash that and then, you know, period that. Guess I'm so used to just, you know, toggling emote on and off, you know, emote only on and off during my own races lately.
Well, that happens.
Sure enough, another light axe for Rumble. Wow, life has entered ice. So...
Oh, let's hope he has better luck than Rumble has.
Very true.
Now, we know that the rod is in ice incentive, right? Or the rod dedicated. Whichever word you want to use.
I don't remember off the top of my head on that one. Let's see. Also, yep. We'll know in a minute.
Oh, this is why Rumble was getting wrecked so hard. Those ghost schools and whatever the heck you want to call those things have stun touch.
And yes, you are right. So life has his rod, its ribbon, and once he finds that loot, he will be in go mode.
I'm going to be god-awful because I've made a tradition out of predicting things in chat. I'm going to be god-awful and predict them here. Let's hope it doesn't turn to Commentator's Curse. I'm betting the loot is going to be behind both Ruby and Bottle.
I mean, it's not impossible. I'm personally hoping for a Super Jet Seed on that one. In chat, I apologize, because I know you probably want more, but Life is about to pick up their canal, and opting to grind on these Manticores for Rumble. I mean, it's not a bad tile to grind on, but we have seen a bit better one in Earth, but even so, when you find an okay grind tile that you can easily take out, you do what you can there. And to answer the question in chat, not yet. We have found exactly one loose, and that was the canoe. In Marsh of all places, just to add.
Oh, was the canoe loose in Marsh?
Yes, it was, because the floater was from the Adamant.
Oh, I just didn't know that the canoe was the loose item. I thought it was the item that's supposed to be in Marsh.
Was Let's see, you have Triton's Trove reveals ice. Oh god, that's even worse. Again, what is this seed? What is this stupidly ridiculous seed?
I blinked. What did I just miss?
Katana!
Oh, come on.
That's why I said, what is this seed?
This is a seed that wants to see more ninjas. That's what the seed is.
Oh no, this is the type of seed where it's like, if you had fighter, ninja, you could actually equip all 4 of the best swords in the game, and not care. Have a bracelet pickup.
You might care just a little bit, because then you'd be really sucking for that life magic.
Oh, very true. Let's see, a large dagger, dealing with some R-bones. Makes you wonder, though, why they can't... Life exiting out of ice with his rod.
A very good call. I personally wouldn't want to be in there any longer than I had to be. That ice cave's a nightmare.
Very true. Although Rumble opting to go for 2-man might actually end up paying off for him big time. While Life goes and picks up some spells on his knight.
And Rumble makes very short work of that vampire, but we already knew he could do that. Hey, there's a Bane Sword!
The obligatory, what is this seed again?
This is the, here, have all the things seed. Oh, wait a minute, Rumble using the, Moss Moon instead of Excalibur. I find that kind of interesting, but I suppose it makes sense in some degrees.
I mean, Excalibur is better for every area other than Topher, namely due to the fact that, it has... wait, is it elemental damages? No, I'm trying to remember on that one. Either way, most people opt to use Excal and then switch to Massa.
Yeah, from what I know, the Excalibur is supposed to have strength against every elemental weakness.
Very true, and Massa was in the volcano, if I recall correctly. Which Rumble checked, only checked the lower floors and then noped out after getting Massa. Ice Shield, Wizard thing.
Will the seed just go ahead and give us Chaos's head in a box? I mean, it's giving us everything else.
I mean, I know they no longer let Chaos really roll low morale, but for a while that did used to be a thing where you could see Chaos run away.
That's almost as bad as one-shotting Chaos in the city.
And yes, the Grimps had Cure 4.
What is with the healing magic? First it's mummies casting heals, and then Grimps casting cures. There's nothing right about this. And
they
Giants will sleep.
And they also had Fog too. And to answer the question in chat, it was rarer for the Chaos to run away, but I believe it's happened at least once that I've seen. That is not in the tasks of the vanilla game.
That Bane Sword making very short work of most of that party, but the fighter is now a statue.
To answer the question from Cheesenator in chat, no. It's not a draft. Rumble, after checking the level 1 spells, remade his party, and let's just put it this way. He got into the air, like, at 15 minutes. Life got in there at 18. We have all 4 endgame swords, dragon armor. I mean, this is literally just like it's the, what is this seed in a nutshell.
Also, the level 8 promotion. That's a big thing. Coral sword and some chump change down there for Life, and there's a ruby.
Despite the little bit of a delay with all the technical difficulties, this seed is looking like maybe it's definitely going to be sub 2 hours, unless Topher is that bad.
So far, Ice Cave has been that bad.
Yeah, level 8... Got level 8, and, for the actual tail on that one. This was a seed where you just, like, go, like, what the... You literally start saying, what the... Like... And, yes, loot is go mode.
I think you really just start saying, why couldn't I get this seed?
Oh, yes, and, Lich went down in a single hit. This rolled very low HP, like under 250.
It looks like Life is checking out what the Titan's Trove has. Don't blame him at all. If that's a bottle, I will be vindicated.
Money.
And it's a loot!
Go mode. At 1 hour 55 seconds, Life's in go mode. Sub 90-minute seed, you think?
This could easily be the fastest seed I've ever had the pleasure of tracking.
And calling, too.
This would be the only seed I've ever had the pleasure of calling.
For now. You're doing a great job, I might add.
This is a seed full of firsts. It's the first time I've seen Canalless. This is the first time I've seen in the air that fast. It's the first time I've seen a promotion at level 8. And this would probably be the first sub-90 seed.
I mean, I have seen, like, level 4 promotions, but that required, like, an insane god run on the overworld and basically just tent, you know, and then again, the first two items were, like, the floater and the canoe, so I've seen it at lower levels, but it is crazy. And Rumble picking up their herd now. To answer the question in chat, maybe they'll check the incentive eyes to see if it's the power bonk, but looking like he might actually go and check a few items. I mean, those are the locations we like to call the greed chests. And Rebel gets their chime. Technically, a greed chest is any chest that's really, really close by, but has a lot of, you know, value to it. We'll pick up their black shirts, some more money.
I can't imagine he's not happy to see that. I mean, that black shirt's probably going to give him a lot more power that he wishes he had earlier.
I mean, he'll be picking up all of his equipment now. He's got a one-word lead on Life Reboot and an I. This is very good. But Sunny... Life Reboot will be picking up, the Opal Cheerio.
Seems having a little bit of difficulty with the tracker. I can't get that herb to light up. Anyway, we have Life Reboot hanging out in Sky, so we know what that means coming up. Oh, there's the herb. I finally got that working.
Yeah, I got it for you. Either way, it's up there now.
Excellent. But Life's gonna be hanging out on... Oh, there's a defense sword, I believe.
Considering... That was Life that just picked up the defense sword, right?
Well, he saw the defense sword, and then there he goes picking it up.
Yeah, to answer the question in chat, unless he wants more ribbons, the answer is no.
Not any... Well, no, there is one thing, I think, and that would be Power Bonk. I don't think we've seen that yet.
No, we have not. So, basically, yeah, Power Bonk. He's got everything! Everything! There's another
calling this
helmet.
a silver platter seed. The game is just handing everything over on a silver platter.
Yep, he's got Vorpal. The only thing he has not gotten yet, and if he checks any chests in the volcano, he does not have Massa yet. But Massa is, like, legitimately in volcano. third floor, I think. It's like the one room you have to walk by with like one chest. So if Life checks there, he will have legitimately massive Vorpal Katana, X-Cal, and defense.
I believe Life has just entered the Bridge of Destiny, so here's hoping we see that robot chicken.
Yep, although getting into a very good Mudgall Sorcerer pack, this is actually a fight that is pretty good for levels. And Rumble opting to still, well, now 3-man, he was 2-manning it, but leaving that, Thief dead.
Meanwhile, Life is getting across that bridge with remarkably few encounters. As I say that, he takes a step and gets some R-Hydras.
A very good actual battle for EXP as well.
It looks like Life might make it across. We might not see Warmack on Life's side. So I guess we'll just have to hope that RNGesus blesses Rumblefish instead.
And I'm betting you Rumble just hopes that it doesn't.
Question from chat, why do people leave the Thief dead?
That's because the Thief, unless he is promoted to Ninja, really does not get a lot of, versatility. Although, except from the increased run chance nowadays.
Life making it into that Tiamat fight. Let's see how hard Tiamat hits today.
Defense Sword, Invis 2 up, so basically getting some more evade. Bane comes out, ineffective.
It's looking like Tiamat might be hitting like a ton of bricks.
I have to say this much, at least it's not as good as... At least it's not the insta-kill we saw earlier in the tournament. Were you tracking that one, Sonny? Where we had 2 Fiends go down to Brack at the very first turn of their battles?
I don't think I was tracking that one. I must have missed that one. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, it was in the... I think it was, what? The J. Coper one? I could be wrong there. It was one of the 2 I called, but... Turn 1. Very first spell cast. Rana got, initiative, cast Brack, and just boop to both Kraken and Tiamat. 1. And the nicest thing about it is both of those 2 were garbage ones. Like the you don't want to see this.
Hey, well. Let's see here. Rumblefish picked up his Opal Cheerio, while Life has lit up his first orb, the Orb of Air. Where do you go from here if you're Life?
Probably to at least one of the other dungeons, and we are joined by some of our, other community rovers with the system chat, as is one of our other actual 3-0 runners, Cheesenator, and a bunch of others. I'll say this much. This is the God Seed. This is the God Seed. Except for the spells, they were in the air. Rumble was in the air in 15 minutes. Life was in the air at 18. We have seen Masa, Vorpal Katana, Defense Sword, and X-Cal. The only real item they need to have the entire arsenal is the Power Bonk.
And there is level 8 Nuke. Can't be too happy about that being on level 8, but I imagine that's where it belongs anyway.
Is that level 8 or is that 7? I forget which on that one, but yeah, this has been like, this was a god.
Says vanilla.
Yep, vanilla nuke. But yeah, this is the God Seed. I mean, except for having better spells, this is a God Seed.
I like the way that chat's put it. It's a Gilgamesh seed. You want equipment? We got equipment. Come on down to the Equipment Emporium. We got everything you need. You want Excalibur? We got Excalibur. You want a floater? We got a floater. You can get it all right here, right now, before you ever leave the first con.
Very, very true. Looks like Life's going into the Sunken Shrine, opting to take the reset for the encounter table and the hero run. So he'll be able to go in with a very good hero run going in.
So, educate me since I'm not really familiar with that term. What is a hero run?
A hero run basically means, level 7 Fade, which is still learnable, which is decent. A hero run is essentially a run in the actual table where you basically don't have to care. You can literally just, running for your life type hero, go from point A to point B without even having to deal with encounters.
They bravely ran away.
Great Monty Python reference. Rumble's still checking chests. Still missing the loot. The ruby, so I can't fault him for that one. But as we know, the ruby will lead to the loot, and the ruby is in ordeals.
So at this point, I think we can definitively say that Life is probably a good 15 minutes ahead.
Yeah. Oh, and checking Sharknado room. Let's see what we've got. Trapped house, arachnids with Blaze. Wow.
I have not seen those spiders spit anything good out in any game I've seen so far.
See a silver knife, 6 gold, an iron, and not trying to go for the other actual chest.
So some pocket change, some silverware, and a hat.
At least the sea trolls don't have nuke again.
At least there's that.
There has been a lot of craziness in this tournament so far. Yep, I think Life is still going to try to find that massa, which, as we know, is in Volcano.
So, speaking of things we're never going to know, what do you think is behind Bottle? Maybe Power Bunk?
They have the Thor hammer, and the Opal Cheerio, so yes. The only remaining location for the power bonk would be behind the bottle. And to add to that one, the bottle would be our final loose item.
Now, I'm a completionist, so if I see that bottle, I'd be going after it. But if you were Life and that bottle just plopped itself in your lap, would you go look at it?
If he's been keeping an eye on what items are there, I'd consider it, but it depends on how good I feel. And with this type of seed, I sort of feel like nah, I'm good. I've got fast, I've got temper, I'm good.
Being a completionist is why I don't race, because I can't help getting everything. It's just something I have to do.
And Life has pulled Kraken.
Let's see if Kraken cracks out crack today. He's been doing that a lot lately. Sleep. That's not as bad as it could be, but that's still sleep.
Very, very true. And ooh, I didn't see that one, but apparently Life did decide to pick up that one nuke charge.
Can you really blame him? And now Rumblefish is on the bridge of destiny. Let's see if he pulls the robot chicken or if he just runs away from all the air.
I mean, you find some nachos. I do have to say, I don't fault Life for picking up the actual nuke. I have seen Life 2 roll at a level 8 white magic before. One of the runners decided to pick it up, and it
There it is!
Oh, we're back! I mean, I have literally seen, a lot of crazy things. It looks like Rumble being the man of the people, and is actually trying to go and defeat this Warmech. Warmech has slow 2. Let's see, attacking with his knight. Viz 2. What it's using to do? Quad X. Let's see if he's in Quad X range. Ineffective. Invis 2. Making sure that they all can evade. And terminated.
Warmech might have just been tougher than Kraken is.
Yeah. I mean, Lich 1, which is where Rumble did his grind. He did a grind on a Fort Manticore tile, although if he had checked Hall of Giants, the Hall of Giants did have a party pack of Gurmedusas, which were very good. For EXP, which is where Life did his grind, but Lich 1 rolled under 250 HP.
And Tiamat is broken.
And will Life check the free chest here? More than likely. And I remember this actually having something useful.
It's the Bane Sword.
Yeah, we found all the good weapons.
Loose items. We've only found one. Supposedly the bottle is going to be loose somewhere in the world, but I believe the canoe was loose?
Yes, the canoe was in Marsh. Basically, our runners noped out of Marsh immediately after getting the canoe, as they already had the floater, and this was less than 20 minutes in. To enter the Reynolds, enter the thing in chat. This is the God Seed. In the air in under 20 minutes, you've basically. They have X-Cal, they have a Katana, they have the Vorpal, they have the Defense Sword.
Life promoted at level 8, or at least Life did. Rumble forgot.
Yeah, Life walked by the Bane Sword. We know where Masa is. Masa is in the 3rd floor of Volcano. They've got the white shirt. They've got the dragon armor. This is like the seed where it's just like, watch the beginning. It's like, watch the beginning and you'll be like, if you are a runner of this game, you will drool from your mouth. It'd be like, why can't I get this seed?
It's like that. Maybe you shouldn't watch this seed. You just might be filled with jealousy.
And the road bump will go down in a single hit.
And Life still feels the need to cast fast, so...
Yeah.
Lich turns out to be something that rhymes with that.
Now, this will give Rumble his Ruby, which will give him his loot, which will put him in go mode. Now, will Life check the one location that we know where the Masa is? I'm surprised Life is still checking chests with everything he's got.
Maybe he really wants that Masa and or power bonk.
Very true. But we'll get our first look at the armory as Rumble went in here but did not check the armory. Power staff, cabin, heal pot, 8. Oh, we forgot about that. Yeah, we forgot about that one. Okay, now we've seen the entire endgame equipment spree. Yeah, Rumble could have had Aegis Shield this early. Like, what is this seed?
This
We're
is
not
the seed
joking
where
here.
we had Knights with Excalibur in less than half an hour.
Not just that, we also had the Vorpal, like in the Tarzardia Islands. Well, what is this seed? It's like I have no words to describe this seed. And Rumble will pick up their loot and immediately be in go mode. I mean, an hour and 21 minutes in, you almost have to feel your opponent is a Topher with this. With the way this seed is.
With this kind of seed, I imagine you feel like your opponent's already at chaos.
Yeah. Rumble feels behind. To answer Wilkes in chat, Power Bonk. They've had the Thor. I don't even remember where they got the Thor. This is how good of a seed it has been. Except for spells, it's like, where was this item again? I mean, they literally have the entire kit. And if Life checks the next room, he will have his Massa.
And probably kick himself for not checking Volcano sooner.
And actually skipping it.
Can you really blame him at this point, though?
No, you can't. And looks like Rumble's also picking up Fade. And the only spell we haven't seen is Life 2. And I think that would have been in, what, Lefenix? Yeah. So let's see how strong Carrie is today.
I'm trying to put myself in Rumble's shoes at this point, and seeing how fast everything can come out. I would be thinking, oh crap, I'm at least a half hour behind because I spent all those deaths in ice. I would probably be giving up right about now, personally.
I mean, knowing Rumble, he'll probably try to finish this seed out, and at an hour and 23 minutes in, Life Reboot has beaten all the dungeons and is on their way to Temple of Fiends Revisited. And as someone's pointing out in chat, that could have been the Masa on a Black Mage. And Life taking the reset, and at an hour and 23 minutes, let's just call it an hour and 24 minutes, Life Reboot has entered Topher. While Rumble is on his way to his third orb. Getting into a mage fighter pack, getting away to run. Getting away. Let's see what's on this. The Gerwolves. Gerwolves or the Grimps that had Cure 4?
It was the Grimps. I don't think the Gerwolves are anything too special.
I mean, with the ghouls that had heal 2, the Grimps with Cure 4. I forget what enemy had Cure. I mean, was it the ogres?
I think it was. I think it was mummies that had like heal 2, heal 3, something like that.
No clue. I mean, despite the technical difficulties early, these runners got a gem of a seed.
Yeah, really making up for our late start, I'll tell you that. Speaking of technical difficulties, having trouble with that fire orb, I apologize.
I'll get it for you.
I appreciate that. I don't know why I can't get that thing to light up.
That looks like you got it.
Looking good now. Well, at least the tracker's looking good. I'm not so sure about Rumble right at this moment.
But let's see what Lich 2 has for us today. Going in for all that stuff. This is Fire 2 going pure offense. Fire 2 for 59 damage. Light 2 comes out for only a little bit. Arm 3 for 80 damage. Is that life or a cure spell? 204 damage from... Yeah, good. Is that the knight or the thief? Casting faster with the knight. 1 damage from... Lich, 4 hits, 200 and change damage.
And the Lich goes down only slightly slower than his first counterpart.
While Rumble runs towards Carrie, while Life is running towards Carrie, Rumble has pulled Kraken 1. 4 hits for 106 damage, Advantage 2. Trying for the Brack Strats. Ineffective. Swings with that Massa, 4 hits, 251 damage. And while Rumble is still working on Kraken 1, Life has pulled Carry 2. Starting with Viz 2, 5 hits and change for Rumble, tries Brack again. It's hard to call both two Fiends fights at the same time. It really is.
Yeah, it seems I'm finding a hard place to get a word in on this one, but I think maybe Life had the better idea of keeping his Thief up, because at least then it's another target for things to hit.
Also, Rumble finally gets through Kraken 1, lights his 3rd orb, and will be on to Volcano. And while I say that, Life just finished Carry 2.
I do have to say, having his knight kitted out that bad really carried that fight. I'll see myself out.
Don't worry. Don't worry on that one. Let's see, 26, 25. Will Life revive that White Mage? Wait, does
Do
that
you
White
really
Mage...
have a choice, though?
Does he have life on the Knight? Don't remember.
He might not, which is
Oh yeah,
terrifying.
that's right. That's right. Life was at level 5.
And Life 2 was, what, 6?
I don't think we've seen Life 2.
We
That
definitely saw Life 2. I
Hmm.
keep seeing it popping up now and again. I'm pretty sure that was a level 6 spell.
Not sure, but getting tangled up against these waters manages to get away, while Life is just about to pull Carry 2. Kraken 2. Rumble is on their way to their final orb in Carry 1. So let's see, we have Life entering his Kraken 2 fight.
This is exactly what I was talking about, having that Thief alive just soak a hit or two, putting him in the front row and just basically soaking up Kraken's incredibly powerful punches.
Opting for some temper on that Knight. I only noticed the 150-some damage, but that looked like a 1 hit on that one, so
That was a critical,
lot of
though.
advantage. Still, it's good for that one.
And now we have a reverse of the situation, and we've got Carrie fighting Rumble and Kraken fighting Life.
Life going for Brack Strats again. Let's see.
I don't think that Life's going to make it through this one. I think that Life either might have to grind some more or take some better care to prepare with that White Mage.
And Rumble gets
Rumble getting his fire... Yeah. Rumble gets his fire orb. He's ready to go in the Temple of Fiends. What was the time on Life going in? 124?
Yep, 124, so about 6 minutes behind.
Okay, not as far behind as I would have thought. And it looks like he might be getting a reprieve because Life might go down to this Kraken.
Kraken being Kraken. And that Kraken had Cure 4. Wow.
Because of course it does.
The seed is generous as anything. And re-entering Temple of Fiends at an hour and 30 minutes. While Rumble is basically our... Let's put it this way. Rumblefish has taken the lead. I didn't think I would be saying that. But Rumblefish has taken the lead.
Such as it is, because Rumble still doesn't know exactly what he's in for with Kraken 2.
No, he does not. Although Two Manning is although going 2-man strats with his fighter and his white mage. Sorry, y'all. He might stand a bit of a chance, but it's going to be close now.
I think this race is now officially too close to call, but Rumble's lead is just opening wider and wider with this massive herd of badmen over there fighting life.
Very true. Very, very true.
I did not think it was possible for Rumble to come back from that huge of a deficit, or the apparent deficit. That obviously wasn't as bad as we thought it was.
I mean, that ice cave was treacherous, but Rumble was just that good of a runner. And Life actually having to use that one charge of nuke to get through those Batmen.
Is he unable? Is the Batman pack a unrunnable fight?
I believe it is. Going for Bane, which the smoke gets at least one of them. Two of them, I should say. And while...
Yeah, that's unrunnable. Wow.
And
this seems like
Rumble, Alright, Rumble has pulled his Lich 2 fight. Sorry, getting tongue-tied when that went. Harm 3 comes out, 84 damage. Fire 2 comes out, 53.
That ninja doing a wonderful 2 damage.
7 damage with the fire, 6 damage.
6, that's impressive.
I mean, he didn't get the levels on the ninja that he would like, but 5 hits, 474 damage, gets rid of Lich 2. Wow. That's, what, 3 Badman fights alone?
These guys are bad enough dudes to prevent Life from winning.
Oh god, I hope not.
I legitimately believe these bad men are going to be the end of Life's chances, because Rumbles just keeps going on and on and on, and I think Rumble's going to be in a better shape to handle that Kraken too.
Let's see, pulls carry 2 now. Let's see, choosing to do the attack on that one or just constantly pick the Vorpal. Anyway, fasting up that knight, using the Vorpal. 3 hits, 4 damage. Fasting the knight, as I said. 9 hits and change. Viz 2 coming out. Wait, doesn't Rumble have the white shirt, or is that only Life that's got it?
I actually didn't see the Life shirt at all. I know that both of them have the black shirt, though.
They used Quake, one of that, 2 hits, that one, Pure 4ing up the Knight. Thought we saw white, could be wrong there. Viz 2 comes out, well, Viz 2 will be coming out.
And Life noping his way on out of the Temple of Fiends, just casting exit to get on out of there, because those bad men did bad things.
Also, Rumble's White Mage goes down. This is going to be a problem for him.
We are seeing history repeat itself as Rumblefish's White Mage goes down, and he continues on to see Kraken 2, which is probably just going to punch everybody to death.
And also, Rumble's actual ninja taking down that Curry 2.
Well, I mean, even though you've been tanking the floor all day, you have to have a little bit of glory.
This is crazy. Rumble just about to pull his Kraken 2 fight, while Life re-entering Temple Feeds around, like, let's call it 1 hour 34 minutes. Let's see, starting for an attack with that beef. Kraken 2 has Poison Touch. Damage Poison.
Wait,
And,
Poison Touch. Seriously, Cure 4 wasn't bad enough. He's got Poison Touch, too.
well, Damage Poison. And stop! And that was through a ribbon!
And he still hits like a dang truck.
Yeah.
This Kraken may be the end of both of our runners.
Yeah. The seed has been so nice up until this point. Rumble re-entering at 1 hour 36 minutes and let's just call it 30 seconds.
This is Temple of Fiends Part 5 at this point between their two runners.
Yes, yes. And those Garmadeuses hitting like 8 hits and change. They want some payback for Life because that's what he used to grind on.
At this point, Life's just really praying he doesn't run into any more bad men, because those fights stalled him hard. Did he even make it to Lich 2 for this for that second go through, or did those bad men just stop him that bad?
They stopped him that bad.
This Kraken 2 was obviously trained by Garland, who himself was extremely tanky compared to basically all of his fiends. I think Garland was one of the tougher fights right up there with Kraken 2.
Our runners had to reset out of Garland too. Sorry, not Garland 2. Garland. He was tanky, and they were using level 2 spells.
Alright, Life Reboot hits Lich before Lich hits him, so at least he's made a little more progress this time.
Very true. I think you move your white mage to slot 4 and hope like anything that you can keep him alive past Kraken 2.
I mean, do you really, though? Because that black mage is the one who's enabling your knight to do all that damage.
And as Wickless is pointing out in chat about, decreasing the evade of Kraken 2, I 100% agree if you will. I do. Opting for the defense sword on that knight. Wait. Yep, opting for the defense sword on that knight, fastening him up as well. Attacking with the ninja, 5 hits and chains. Fasting out on that knight. Who is... Ooh.
Carrie just has it out for white wizards.
I don't know what to say about this seed.
So here we are seeing Life Reboot entering the Temple of Fiends for the 4th time at 1 hour 39 minutes. This is turned from a jet seed to a crash seed, I guess.
I mean, this is just... Why? You were so nice, game. You were so nice. I mean, this is the type of seed where...
To be absolutely fair, Life can't be thinking he's that far behind because he was ahead getting in here, and he has to be thinking, okay, if I'm having this much trouble with these bad men, if I'm having this much trouble with Kraken, my opponent probably is too.
Very, very true.
And here we go with Rumble facing off against the Lich once more. We'll see how well this goes this time. And it's down already, before I even really get a chance to think about it. So much for that sub 90, huh? These fiends just not letting up. And Rumble going in for Carrie 2. Let's see if Carrie just really hates white wizards. Because if this white wizard just gets absolutely assassinated before anything else happens, I'm going to think it's just hard-coded to go after him. Oh, it looks like the knight tanked that hit, even though it looked to be a pretty strong hit. Oh, ink. I don't think darkness is going to do that knight any favors. Life Reboot hitting that lich. Hopefully not getting hit too hard in return. Nope, the lich goes down like the you-know-what it is. Carrie bringing out in that Inferno, dropping the ninja and the black wizard. Sure, it's a black window now. That's what it said. Thankfully, that white mage does have life. Life is the level 6 spell, I think. Which, I'm not real sure where the heck that life 2 went.
Very, very true. Let's hope life can manage to keep that that white mage alive, because this is yeah. Carrie 2 hates white mages. Carrie 2 hates white mages.
Life Reboot entering the Temple of Fiends for the 5th time, noping out of there, and about to enter for the 6th time. Oh no, I'm sorry, he already entered for the 6th time. He's gonna go in for the 7th time. This is getting just a tiny bit insane.
It is. In a jet seat of all things.
So
there's Batman again.
How many times do you get your butt handed to you by Carrie, by Kraken, by Badman, before you just throw up your hands and say, no more, I'm done?
Considering the type of seed, I think one of them is just waiting for the other to finish. And oh yeah, Rumble just got the carry to Kraken 2. With his white mage. Stop.
And it's stunned.
And completely misses the, oh wait, that was with his ninja. Yeah, it's me. I'm just gonna go for
Kraken drops that ninja in nothing flat, but that's to be expected with the ninja standing out there like a dummy.
Opting to lock. Use lock on that one. 4 hits, 300 change damage because Fire 3 comes out.
Fire 3's got unfriendly things.
Rumble has got to finish this Kraken 2 off fast. As we know, he has Cure 4. It's the back end of his spell list, but he's got to hurry. 6 hits, 242 damage, if I read that correctly. Going for some Cure 3 on that white mage. I don't blame him. Brack for Kraken, and that's ineffective. Ice 2 comes out for some chip damage. 5 hits, 100 change damage. Cure 3 on the white mage. Definitely needs to keep that white mage alive. Quad X.
Not gonna work. This Kraken has a lot of health. This is a very, very tanky piece of Squinjuli.
Yep. Cure 3 on the black mage this time. Fire 3 comes out. Oh, God.
And down goes the magic users.
But terminated!
And down goes Kraken!
We'll finally get to see what Tia's got. Rumble?
I mean, do you really go in with just a knight, though? Can you really get away with that?
He has to! And he's wielding the Vorpal. Putting the knight in slot 2. Well, let's see what Tia's got for the first time. Let's see what Tia's got. Oh no. He doesn't have the defense sword. 4 hits, 200 change damage. Swinging again for that massive 5 hits for 145 damage. Hitting again. 5 hits, 177. Fire 2 comes out. Another shot. 2 hits, 2 damage. Oh.
Tiamat whipping out the nuke and stop. Well, at least stop's not doing anything. Thanks, Red.
Yep. 5 hits, 165 damage. Fire 3 for a little bit of damage. 5 hits, 104 damage. Rub, ineffective. 4 hits, 4 damage. That knight is done 1D critical hit on that one. Well, it's like 51 damage. Let's see, 35 left. 5 hits, 15 damage, fast. So 3 round for now. 5 hits, 5 damage. Like 2, 10 HP left, 3 hits, 3 damage. Will he get the initiative? No! No! Rumble!
Rumble going down to Tier 2. These fiends have been hitting the gym. They are incredibly beefy, and they hit like trucks. What are these bosses? What is this seed? This is absolutely insane.
Very true. Kari 2 destroying their white mages. Life has got the right idea. Putting that white mage in the very bottom slot. I think, honestly, the only thing better would be giving that white mage the actual defense sword. And using Fall 2 to give, a bit more absorb. Fasting up at Ninja. 10 hits, 276 damage. And Kari 2 is down on life side with the white mage intact.
Let's see how long that lasts.
I mean, this Topher is rough. I mean, Tia 2 with Nuke. Kraken 2 with Cure 4. I mean, I guess we know now why this seed gave them everything. Because they're going to need everything to finish this dungeon. Life enters his Kraken 2 fight again. Starts defensive sword up the actual knight. The sorry on that one. Ninja attacks, 50 damage, critical on that one. Invis 2 on the party. Fastening up that knight. Opting to attack with that one, attacking again on that one. Casting Brack on Kraken. Fog 2 on that on the party as well. And now Rumble is having to deal with those bad men. Stock comes out. Nothing. Brack on Kraken, ineffective. 3 hits, 31 damage with that knight. After this black shirt. Going for Wall. On who? That knight. 2 hits, 155 damage. 5 hits, 165 damage. Black shirt, 76 damage. 3 hits, 158. Oh, 53, something like that damage.
Well, wait a minute, am I seeing this right? That ninja's still alive?
Yes, you are. 5 hits, 5 damage. Fire 3, that ninja's gone.
Well, there used to be a ninja there, and then that Cure 4 was absolutely wasted.
Yep. Attacking 2 hits, 7 damage. Light 2 comes out. Wait, is he waiting on that knight?
Why would you do that?
Going for Brack strats again. Is he getting it? It's ineffective. Attacking. Going for Brack again. Waiting with that axe. With that white mage. Brack again. Does it hit it? Nope. Miss. 4 hits, 181 damage. Opting for Brack again. Waiting again for that white mage. 5 hits. Hardly any damage. Fire 2 comes out. Hits it for a little. Brack again. Ineffective.
That white mage needs to be throwing some cure spells out on that black mage.
Trying to decide what to do. Cure 4 on the white mage. And there's Cure 4 for Kraken. Ineffective.
Fortunately, Life already knew that was going to come, and I think that's why he's been throwing out the Bracks. He just doesn't care about the health anymore.
Opting for one of those 2 charges of Fade. Brack again. Fade for 222 damage. Fire 3 comes out, kills that black mage. 25 damage from the knight. Get 6 hits, 190 damage. Fade again. It's the last one, 232 damage. Opting to use another charge of Fade. 87 damage. Stop ineffective. Ineffective on that one for both of them. They stand up. Fade for 108 damage. Fire 3 again. Swings, 2 hits, 124 damage. Fade again. 200 and change damage. Lit 2 comes out. Opting the floor hammer. Floor hammer does 52 damage. Swing again, 2 hits, 29 damage. Thor Hammer again. Ice Ooh coming out again. Thor Hammer at 55 damage. And Life gets through with that Light Mage intact!
Unfortunately, no casts of Fade left, but still, the healing magic is what's really going to come in handy, I think.
And has Life 1 charges. This is huge!
A full party going in against that Tiamat, we might actually see someone make it to Chaos.
Correct. This is one of those seeds where you just hate to see it. You just hate to see how close it is. Well, now, because one of these two very good runners is going to get out. Rumblefish makes it up to Blitz 2 again. Attacks, 4 hits, 259 damage. Light 2 comes out, 120 damage. Harm 3 from the White Mage, 103 damage. Harm 3 again. Fire 2 after that one, 82 damage from Harm 3. And Lich 1 is down.
Unfortunately, Life hitting up one of those Batman Nightmare fights makes me think one of the 4 horse.
Maybe. And Life going into the Tier 2 fight again. Wait, did he make it to Tier 2, or was that Rumble that got to see this Tier?
I think Rumble is the one who got to see Tia. Life has no more charges of Brack, so that tactic's out the window.
Throwing a wall on the Knight. 5 hits, aids defense sorting up that Knight. Casting fast on it. Attacking. Using one of those few charges of Nuke and the Thor Hammer. Nuke, 162 damage. Thor, 17. Attacking, like, not that much of a damage. 6 hits, 166 damage. The Knight, 5 hits, over 100 damage at the very least for that ninja.
Meanwhile, Rumble takes down Carrie with his party intact. That's boding well.
Casting Follow 2. Poisoning that Knight. 7 hits, 190 damage, I think I read that correctly. Fog 2ing. 5 hits to change. I could not see which one that was from. Let's see here. 5 hits, 5 damage. Thor.
Remind me what all bad things were in Tiamat's bag of tricks. I remember it having something really unfriendly aside from, obviously, the damage poison.
Nuke.
Oh, that's right. It can do terrible, terrible damage to steal someone else's phrase. And there's the nuke, dropping almost that entire party.
But the White Mage is still alive, which is important. 7 hits, 21 damage, Cure 4 for the White Mage. Stop, ineffective. Going for Cure 3 on that Knight. Healing up that one. Fire 2 comes out. Hurts them for a bit. And while we've been concentrating on Life on TO2, Rumble has made it to Kraken 2.
And currently we're seeing matching parties from both of them. Both their ninja and the black wizards are down. Just the knights and white wizards.
And Tia has Rub.
Continue the fight. I don't think Rub's going to be a problem. Granted, we have seen a couple of fiends get past ribbons, so I really shouldn't be saying that.
8 hits, 170 something damage. Tia 2 fasting up again. Here comes another charge of Invis 2.
I just hope Life remembers to save something for Chaos.
With the way this is, oh! Rumble made it through with his White Mage as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game, finally.
Yeah. So, was that 7 hits for 22 damage? 8 hits, 228 damage. Thor Hammer for 16. Nuke again. Oh!
Down goes the White Mage. Just a knight to try and finish off Tiamat and hopefully at least see what Chaos has to throw.
Definitely. Stop, ineffective. Tax that.
Did I just see that knight only do 26 damage? 8 damage. This
Yeah.
is not good.
7 hits, 24. It's terminated! Terminated! Tier 2 is down!
Now we get to see if a knight can go one-on-one with chaos. Can one man save the world? Find out right now.
Switching and equipping that ribbon to his knight. He's got the defense sword, X-Cow.
Right now, I think both of our runners are really just saying to themselves, I wish I found that power bonk.
While Life is into that, almost to the Chaos floor, Rumble has pulled Tier 2. 5 hits and change damage on that one, 3 hits, 61 damage, fast comes out. Oh god. Is this literally going to be it? Is the game changer going to actually matter? 2 hits, 2 damage. Warp, ineffective. 10 hits, 8 damage, cure, and Life is on Chaos. Chaos starts with like Ice 2, Defense Sword for Life, Defense Sword again. He's highly
Chaos throwing out ink. Free turn.
Wow. Oh, Bane comes out from Chaos. Nothing. 4 hits, 172 damage. Rumble going for lock on Tier 2. Oh, Chaos has got nuclear. Tornado. Oh. And Life has had enough.
There comes a point where you realize you just can't make it with what you have. You have to go grind somewhere. And I think Life might be saying to himself, you know, if I'm having this kind of trouble, there's no way Rumble's not having this kind of trouble too.
True. And Rumble cheerfulling up that white mage on Tier 2.
What might have been a 90-minute seed is now about to exceed 2 hours.
Bane sword comes out, ineffective. Swing with that one, 10 hits, 130 damage. Fire 3 comes out from Tier 2. 10 hits, 145 damage. Bane comes out again, ineffective.
So here, impromptu games. What time would Life get into Temple of Fiends? Which time?
Bane. 10 hits, 131 damage. You're 3ing that white mage. 10 hits for 39 damage.
Life was first in Temple of Fiends at 1 hour, 24 minutes.
Opting for Bane again. Ineffective. Light 2 comes out from Tia. We know Tia has Cure 4. Tia 2 has Cure 4. 69, Bane Smash come out again. Tia swings for 35 damage. Thor. So 10 hits, 182 damage. Thor Hammer comes out again. 20 damage.
And Life has gone back to Earth to hit that Medusa tile. Not the worst idea in his position, but yes, we just see Rumble. Tia, this could be the run.
This could go all the way!
We might actually finally see an end to this seed. Or we might not, because Chaos could just whip out some nukes too.
He's already got nuclear.
Is there any enemy kit that includes Fade? I would hate to see Chaos without Fade all of a sudden.
I don't think so. Fastening up that knight. Invis 2 coming out from the actual white mage. 5 hits, 482 damage! That's the power of the Masa for you. Bane comes out from Chaos and ooh! Destroys that actual black mage. Fog 2 coming out from the white mage. Fog 2 coming out again. Light 2 from Chaos. Swinging again. 6 hits. 548 damage. I don't know what to say about this seed. Fog 2 coming out again. Armoring up.
What is there to say? I mean, all we can really do is start
9 hits.
rattling off numbers. We've run out of things to say about this seed. This seed is literally
weird.
Gilgamesh. It is Gilgamesh, except instead of the Excalibur, he handed us Excalibur.
And get your GGs in chat, everybody, for our winner, Rumblefish! At 2 hours, 1 minute. And do you have the official SRL? Do you have the SRL time up?
Give me one moment.
Rumble steals run! Was that the Masa that stole it?
We have an official SRL time of 2 hours, 1 minute, 21 seconds, and a forfeit from life. Can't blame them at all. Good games all around for everyone.
Do you want to try to see about getting our runners in for a post-race interview?
I will see what I can do in that regard. Looks like we got lifereboot here in the booth with us.
Howdy. GG to Rumblefish.
What was that seed in your mind? Tell us what was going through it.
I thought it was a pretty quick seed. I thought I was playing an excellent game. It was until Topher. And then that Cure 4 Kraken just kept high absorb, high HP, and Cure 4, plus Carry kept backlining my white wizard, so it was a real rough Topher for me.
I mean, it was crazy. It came down to basically you and Rumble both made it into Topher like 6 minutes ahead, and you two kept trading back and forth as to who was wiping and who wasn't.
Nice.
You were ahead for a gross majority of that game. Rumble spent a lot of time beating his head against an ice wall.
Interesting. Yeah, I felt like, I was making a lot of good choices. Early Marsh, at one point, I almost died before exiting out with, the progress items, so I decided to just go ahead there. But that felt like the only potential mistake. Like, there were other areas in the game where, I felt like I was flying, and it's just, I was spoiled for choice. But, once I realized, I'm in go mode, the only thing that I don't have is the power bonk, but I'm not going to chase down a loose item for a power bonk. That felt like I was prepared for Topher, but I clearly was not. Hey, GG to Rumblefish.
Thank you so much. GG lifereboot.
Rumble?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let's put it this way. What was your night swinging?
My knight had a mass moon on, and a Masamune.
That was basically what determined it.
I'm pretty sure between the two of you, we had a good dozen entries into Topher.
Really? I mean, it was like a tough Topher. That's all you can. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, that TMF basically was like, it's like trying to pierce their armor is just like trying to pierce, adamant or whatever. It's just basically unpierceable is what I'm trying to get at here. So, makes it kind of, and then Kraken too was no joke. And so yeah, those fiends were definitely doing their job as gatekeepers.
That Kraken with the Cure 4 and the first boss, Garland, he seemed to give both of you a little bit of trouble out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I had to I was trying to. The best spell I had was Fire 2, and for me, I mean, I think it took I took a couple times to. I think I did 2 rounds with him just trying to Fire 2 him. Then I tried to knuckle him down for the rest of his hit points, but it wasn't really working. And it was only until I reset it for the 3rd time that I got the Fire 2 off. I didn't know that lifereboot had the same problem that I did. I just assumed that I was the one behind on Garland. Maybe lifereboot headed off to provoke it instead, which probably would have been the smarter play in hindsight with Fire 2. But yeah, even he was tough. But Ice Cave was kind of the bane of my existence for this seed, definitely. I mean, so many wipes.
Yeah, we kind of noticed that you were beating your head on a very big ice wall there, but you did seem to make the right choice, like right out the gate, swapping out those 2 red mages for a white and a black.
Well, right, because what was it that I wanted? And was white mage only learnable? Oh, it was exit.
Exit, yeah.
Yeah.
Life actually had that party comp to begin with, so pretty good bet on that end. So you ended up going through with the same party. People thought it was a draft.
Well, it wasn't a draft, and you can tell by my makeshift character names, what was just very AAA, BBB, CCCG, that I was kind of just trying to give them something very last minute. But and I think that ended up being a better party to go through, because the thief, being able to run away quickly, easily was definitely a nice asset. Oh, by the way, where was the 2nd loose item?
You never found it.
Never found it.
Never found.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but Life, you go moding Volcano where Rumble dipped in there, which I might add, Rumble, you didn't check the armory.
Yeah, I generally speaking, I don't like to give all my strategy away, but I generally speaking don't do the armory before carry. I usually wait until doing after carry, and then go right back in if I so need to do it. And because in this instance that carry was last on my list, and I already had the Masamune sword, and I thought I had good enough equipment to get me through TFR, I decided just to stick with just to skip it entirely.
I know, Life, you also decided to, you checked the armory, but then you decided to go mode the rest of it, of course, that being your last orb as well. Masamune was the one chest right before heading down towards the Agama chest. It was basically like one of those rooms that you literally had to walk right by. That wasn't a greed chest.
Understood. Yeah, I thought even checking the armory was a little bit greedy, but I could always use a ribbon or a Masamune or even a white shirt. At that point, I would have been happy with. And I feel like it's very congested in the armory, so with it being go mode, I figured I'd stop in and grab it, but that's too bad. Yeah, the X-Cow was only doing so much.
Did you think about, before you dropped it, keeping the Vorpal just in case?
Oh no, I sold that for money very early, so no, I didn't think of that at all. I'd forgotten it was even in the seed.
As I said, you two were loaded to the gills with weapons. This seed wanted you to be prepared for that Temple of Fiends Revisited.
And then Garland was a preview of coming attractions and just showed exactly what Kraken 2 was going to do.
Yeah, I mean, the Excalibur was pretty easily found, and I got the Masamune pretty early on, because I did a dip into Volcano, and then once I got the Masamune, I just I used exited out and kept going from there. But the weapons were not to be different. The seed was generous on the weapons. I would say not as generous as I would have liked on the magic side. Where was the nuke? I don't remember ever seeing it.
Level 8.
Level 8. So that's unfortunate.
Something I wanted to ask you, Rumble, was why didn't you promote when you first had the chance?
I just forgot I had the tail. It's not really that. There's nothing really strategic behind it. I was like, I'm just so used to not having the tail so early on that I forgot to have the tail. And then when I went through beating my head against Ice Cave, I was like, oh wait, you know what? I can actually get the tail. And I might upgrade. That might be improve my chances in some capacity. Ended up not doing a whole lot, but so I just went. Then I started just I thought changing my. I had the impression because like the spell was somewhat generous with fire magic early on. Fire 2 level 1, fire 3 is level 2. That Ice Cave was the way to go. It's gonna basically the sea was telling me to do Ice Cave in some way. So I figured, well, as long as I have that fire magic, I might as well get Ice Cave up. And I wasn't really thinking about doing anything else because my main focus is on the fire magic. This kind of goes to show you gotta pay more attention to the items that you actually get to make the most of them.
That is absolutely fair enough.
So I guess anyway, this wraps up our race. This race for tonight, because we've got 5 races going on right now. So dealer's choice for where to go next. Everybody, I guess.
There are at least 5 races going on. I'm supposed to be tracking one of them right now. So
and I've got to run to do comm too.
Yeah. Yeah, we should really probably go ahead and wrap this up. Any final thoughts?
Well, I just want to thank lifereboot for playing me this round, and I think I'm 2-2 now. So, look forward to going down to the next week's match.
Yes, GG to Rumblefish. Congrats and good luck in the next round. I look forward to watching the playback. See where we were neck and neck. It sounds like we were entering Topher pretty close to one another. I look forward to it. Good game.
Yeah, it'll be a thing to must see TV.
And definitely, chat, don't forget to give our runners a follow, both Rumblefish82 and lifereboot, especially with going through this, I guess, heaven and hell seed. And I guess, I guess that's it for us tonight.
It sounds like it. Absolutely great game, great runners, and an insane seed.